Hello everybody, as you probably know, it's me, the Theredmagekro, and welcome back to Winds of Anthos. Oh my god! It's finally a full moon! It's finally a full moon! How long did that take? A whole heckin' week. Oh, that was weird. Yeah, it took a whole heckin' week in order to get to this point. And not only that, but it's also going to take a whole heckin' day to get to that point. I've just been taking care of the animals and nothing else. I didn't go gathering items or anything. That probably would have drove me mad. Oh my goodness. Still the same day. Should be using the lower voice. Is still trying to kind of relax, I guess. But that is also pretty darn crazy. That it took like an entire week. I mean, I know that typically the moon cycle takes about, a full month to go through that cycle. The new moon, the waxing moon, all that other sort of astrology jazz. But I didn't think that it would technically equate to probably, I mean, it took a week. But what if it wasn't a week? What if it was longer? Like, what if, it's, every 2 days or something? Because then every 2 days would be, one phase of the moon, and there's how many phases? Let's see, about 3 on top, 3 on the bottom. There's 8 phases, so that would mean that would take about, 16 days or so just for, the moon to kind of, phase in and out, and that would basically be 2 weeks. Which would be half of the month. That is asinine, and that's crazy talk. That's not crazy talk. This is crazy talk. Shut up, Patrick. The one thing that, I could have technically have done was kind of focus on the, desert plants over there. I mean, I could take... I remember now, I didn't particularly go that route because... Let me go ahead and sort it. The reason I didn't go that route was because I didn't exactly have any sprinklers, but seeing as how I'm not really using the sprinklers here, I can basically go ahead and... I mean, taking out, some lentils would be good. Because it definitely could be that there might be a mutation or two in the desert for these ones. So it's still a good idea to take them even if, nothing really comes of it. Not only that, but I can also take the dromedary. And by taking the dromedary, let's see. I think I'll take 4 of them, I think. What the hell? I swear, I feel like I keep seeing things move where they aren't moving. It's weird. Either way, we gotta break all of why do I just have a permanent cold boost here? Is it because of the dromedary? Is that what it is? That when I'm, like, near my dromedary, I have, like, infinite cold, anti-heat. Is that what it is? Is that what we're doing? Is that everything that I ever wanted in life? Probably. Either way, I'm gonna go ahead and kind of make this area nice. Though I do wish that there was music here. Would be nice. But a lot of things about this game is not very nice, so to speak. No, I just also thought about it. But I could technically... I could go get the hoe upgrade and see what that's about. That might be a good upgrade to get. Maybe. Let's see. I would need 3 titanium, which I have back at the house. I say titanium. It's platinum. Let's go home right fast. Grab the platinum. And hell, maybe if it allows it, do both. Both the watering can as well as the hoe. Have 4. Wait, only 4? No other... I can only do 1. Would I rather the hoe or... I don't know. I think I'd rather the hoe. Because for the most part, at the very least, the way that I see it is that the hoe can cover more ground, maybe, instead of me having to till everything, while when it comes down to the watering can, I just have to water, 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 instead of having to, like, hoe multiple times. No, the watering can might actually be better. Oh, wow, I can't decide. Actually, the way that I think I should think about it, the watering can is going to last me a lot longer. There are going to be those times where I need to, like, water. No. Let's just do the freaking hoe. Why the hell? I can always get more platinum if I like the range with the... What's it called? I like the range with the hoe. You can always go and get the the watering can. Oh, apparently... Let's see. Yeah, so it does like an entire plot of land. That's not bad. I'm guessing that the full 2-hour thing, unfortunately, was kind of like just glitched or something. Because it's going down, which is such a shame. That was actually pretty cool. Could be. Is it that easy to glitch it? To get on the water with the dromedary? That's kind of wild. If that is the case, that's kind of cool. If not, then it is quite the silly set of circumstance. Doesn't have to be anything more and doesn't have to be anything less. Kind of figured I didn't really have anything too substantial here. Okay, let's just go ahead and water them. The one thing I will say that I'm kind of disappointed in is just, like, no form of, like, seed replication. Like, the way that they could have definitely have gone about it is that you'll get the seeds in a certain amount of days, that there's not, like, enough, like, you know, enough slots, kind of like how in A Wonderful Life, that they had, like, only a limited amount of slots. You'd get a little bit more of what it was you were looking for, but not a lot, and it would still take quite a bit of time. I think that would have been pretty nice in this game. It would have definitely saved you from a little bit of monotony of, you know, having to do anything of the sort. I don't know. That might just be me. Might kind of be more along the lines of, like, wishful thinking, but it would have been nice nonetheless. I could use a baguette. We technically could go get a couple more of the... Oh wow, wait, are those just like energy shrooms, like, all up in a row? I will take those. I don't care what you think. I will take them. We can most likely be back by the time that, you know, it's not like we have to be here exactly at, you know, 7. It's from 7. Oh my god! I don't know if it's I don't know if it's like certain locations that are making the freezing happening. Because it seems like whenever I'm up here, it seems like something's going on. And I don't quite appreciate that. I don't know. Either way. Could just be I need a better Switch. Oh, what a lovely full moon it is tonight. Yeah. Yes, the water in the oasis should be more potent than usual now. Let's take the water back to the spring. Okie dokie. Took me an entire week, but okay. Oh, we're most likely back to those. Yeah. Oh, hey, look, a golden boy. Hey, buddy. Hey, over here. I see you. Oh, come back. Oh no, he's still there. I can kind of see him. Jeez, man, we took so much water. How is that oasis not, like, kaput? Dum da da da! Hello! I'm back! Yay! The harvest goddess is back to normal! Oh, thank goodness! Let's celebrate with a little dance! Let's not get crazy now! I mean, how is dancing crazy? Bro, Doc, thank you! I never would have been able to do this without you! Now to celebrate the fact that I'm back, let's have a festival! I don't think that we'd be able to do that right this instant. I think you need to save the world! Dude, Lilycala is like right on the cusp. No! The volcano might erupt like it did last time! Everyone evacuate the village! Wah! You guys just got it back! Yeah. It's really sad. Like, Lilycala is like the one who is primarily the most aft. But the volcano's gonna erupt! Don't worry, I have my powers back now, so I can protect everyone! I mean, do you? Come on, let's all work together! Fine. I'm full of energy after eating that turnip stew! Okay, let's go! Ah! After seeing those shining pearls, I feel better than I have in centuries. Tra-la-la. With the harvest melody in my heart, there's nothing I can't do. Whoa! I just love my new traditional attire. I feel invincible in it. Oh, we're praying. Something flashed for like a second. Like, I so solemnly swear there's gonna be like some kind of freaking dun 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 type of thing. Let's see. 18. What now? Ah, are the animals all right? I mean, what happened? Did I like miss something? Ah, the eruption's over. Thank goodness. Someone must be looking over us. Yes, the Garvis, the Garvis goddess. Oh no. Is it over? Is everyone all right? I gotta go make sure. The volcano has quieted down. It shouldn't erupt again now. I'm sure everyone is fine. Frozen, but fine. So you mean to tell me that just a little bit of prayer and everyone is okay?
Everyone, the volcano has gone dormant. We're safe. Yes, the buildings are all safe. It's a miracle. Bro, I'm glad you're safe.
Oh yeah, the Harvest Goddess helped us. What? A message from the Harvest Goddess? Dum da da da! Nice to meet you! I'm the Harvest Goddess! I just saved your village! Wow, very vain of you. Now you can rest easy. The volcano has gone completely dormant. I have returned to full strength, as have all the harvest sprites. Therefore, no matter what happens in the future, we will be able to protect you all. You never need to fear the volcano ever again. Please, rest easy. Lots of love, the Harvest Goddess. Can you send this message to everyone in Anthos, Crow and Doc? I don't think that they were supposed to hear that part.
That's what she said. All sign points to the eruption being successfully contained. I really think we can relax now. The Harvest Goddess and Harvest Sprite saved us all? What happy news!
You know, you would think that, like, after, like, all this time without the Sprites and the Harvest Goddess answering anyone's prayers, you would think that their belief would be a lot more shakier than this. I'm just saying. Harvest Goddess protected us from the eruption? It's almost unbelievable. But if you say so, Crow, then maybe it's true. I mean, if anything, I guess, yeah, they are more likely to believe the main character because the main character's done so much for them. So I at least guess that is, you know, the circumstance we're going with. Right? The other villagers must be worried. We should go visit each village and give them the Harvest Goddess's good news. Don't worry, we can take care of that for you. It's clear that you've already worked so hard to save us all from an eruption.
Right? Leave the rest to us, and have a well-deserved rest. You're too kind, but if you insist, I'll head back to the lab. But before I do, we should report back to the Harvest Goddess and Harvest Sprites. Tell them we delivered their message.
Yeah, I guess so. Are you gonna make me walk over there?
No! Whoa, whoa, whoa!
You know, I just realized that all my notes are for, like, the same day. But not for, like, every single card. Well, like, not every single card, but for every single video that got rendered. So it's not like... Because the way that, like, OBS kind of does it is that it has the date. But if it's on the same date, it also has different numbers. Now I'm going to have to check every single one that's on that date. It's going to be a fun time. It'll be a fun time, yes. Oh, we did it! Good work, Harvest Sprites! Yay! 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 We saved everyone!
I was worried there for a moment, but it seems we've done it again.
The eruption was so sudden, it really took me by surprise. But I guess that's just how eruptions are. What are you talking about? Anyway, I'm glad that everyone is safe. Help! Bro, thank you for delivering my message. We couldn't have saved everyone from the eruption without your help, Crow. Thanks again, you two. Okay, random da-da-da.
No need for thanks. I'm just glad my inventions came in handy.
Honestly, Doc Jr. is definitely the MVP of this entire series. They certainly did, and the villagers all helped out too. You can say that everyone in Anthos did their part in saving the island from the eruption. Hell no! It was all me! Any reason you teleported like that? Just to show off your power? Thank you, everyone! Honestly, this Harvest Goddess is a little bit vain. I don't hate her for it, though. Piece of Anthos! Achievement obtained! Oh man, that's it? This is only 25 minutes. Well, at least we get like a nice little picture reel. Okay, and you know what? It's time for it's the time that you all been waiting for, honestly. My thoughts on the game. Now, I have plenty of thoughts on this game. This game, for what it's trying to do, was very grandiose, and there are a couple of things that were very nice about it. Like, I did like the open world and whatnot, but the main thing, the very big main thing, okay, is the fact that it's not necessarily trying. It has a very Breath of the Wild feel to it. It's not trying to go for a Breath of the Wild feeling to it, but because Breath of the Wild is very popular, a lot of games that kind of have the same feel to it is either going to make or break the game. And I think that what this game suffers from is just the fact that Breath of the Wild is such a good game. And I hate to say that, because this game is very much independent from like what Breath of the Wild actually is. And it's nowhere really on that scale either. But the main things that are missing from this game that would have made exploration great. That's kind of like a little bit of what this game is. Like, it focuses mainly on the growing crops and raising animals aspect, but for the most part, it does that good. It's not the best. It's kind of cool that you can find animals out in the wild and befriend them instead of having to purchase them. That's nice. But when you have an exploration aspect to a game, like, exploration is kind of like a very big selling point. And you don't give your players a form of movement to kind of, compensate for how big the map is, it can get kind of tedious and whatnot. And especially with like how the early game felt, the early game just felt horrible. Like, honestly, it was probably the worst I've ever had in a Harvest Moon game. So, early game, horrible. I felt like I couldn't get anywhere. And the power sprites, as cool as they are, was not the best, I feel. I get that, like, that's kind of like, thanks for all the Harvest Moon fans for around the world for playing. You're welcome. You're not gonna like me after this, but you're welcome. Anyways, let's see what happens now. I just kind of want to see. Okay, we're now at Monday. We wake up, and... Good morning, Crow! Why are you tiny again? I regained my strength, but I still like this tiny body. It's so light and convenient. Therefore, the Harvest Goddess will continue to watch over you in this form. Okay, why are you still watching over me, though? Oh, that's right, I have good news for you today. Firstly, thanks for the restoration of the Harvest Goddess Spring, you can now use the fields there. And since there are now more kinds of help I can provide, please come to the Harvest Goddess Spring and chat with me when you have a chance. Oh, and because I've regained my power, something special will happen on full moon nights from now on. Just have to wait and see what it is. I hope you enjoy. Harvest Moon time. Because of the power of the Harvest Goddess, a special night called the Harvest Moon. Okay, I love that. will come when the moon is full. On the nights of the harvest moon, various good things will happen, such as harvest wisps giving out more seeds. Oh, okay, I like that. A bit late, but okay. Oh no, Crow, it's terrible! Yesterday, frick, man! Oh, hey, Doc. God, man, everything's happening. Good morning, Crow. I have good news. Volcano data has been collected, so now you can move to the volcano area. Next time you go to the volcano, you should look for a place you can set up your farm. In addition, there are now more things I can make at the lab, so stop by later and check it out. Okay, so... egg... So yeah, so the early game was horrible. You know, movement, there's practically none. You just go on foot or you pick an animal. Like, how cool would there have been to, like, have, like, a flying mount? Like, some kind of, like, you know, rock or something. I don't know. There's a unicorn in the game. You could put a rock. You know? Like, man. There's, like, and especially, like, the cliffs. The cliffs are kind of the most annoying part, because, you know, all the cliffs basically have an invisible wall that you can't get over unless you find, like, a nice little incline to it, where, like, the meshes meet. So, you know, it's very sad and annoying in that sense. That, you know, you can't jump, you can't climb, and I definitely get what they were kind of, like, going for when they thought about not including a climbing section. You could just climb over, you know, a lot of the areas that have the walls, but you could technically make it so that they were primarily unclimbable, like, around those sections. There's a lot of ways they could have kind of went about it, and I feel like the way they went about it is not the best. So, you know, there's that. So, you know, poor movement, a poor early game. The story doesn't really make a lot of sense either. Just primarily because why does freaking Zimmergrod or even you know, Herbsenberg, why do they even care about the volcano that's, like, literally on the opposite ends of the world? Like, I can understand these three right here, but I don't think a volcano could technically hurt Herbsenberg, and I definitely don't believe Zimmergrod was in any danger, so, you know, there's that, at the very least. The story doesn't fully make sense. I will say that as for Zimmergrod, the main thing about Zimmergrod is that a high-quality brush, high-quality milker, improved to produce milk more efficiently. Are you serious? High quality makes it easier to... What do you mean it makes it easier to collect compost? This is all coming a bit too late. Yeah, okay. I'll get to that. The game definitely doesn't help, you know, fix any of the monotony that, you know, Harvest Moon sometimes has. Which, that's fine, Harvest Moon is supposed to feel like Harvest Moon. But, you know, I also don't necessarily want to have to, you know, kind of deal with that in particular. Either way, I'm just trying to, like, cause, like, I don't want to be here. It's just blowing. You know what? We'll go to, like, my favorite area, Herbsenberg. It's funny. I hate all bards, but Herbsenberg is probably my favorite place to be, and I hate that. But I think it's also because it's the whole fall aesthetic. Why am I here? Hey, Crow, so you came. Yeah, right. I love playing instruments. Hearing a beautiful instrument played well really calms my soul, and practicing new pieces make me happy. Because we got his, like, quote-unquote heart event. You want to hear it from the beginning? No, I'm done playing for today. I need to do some studying. Really like it when I play on my own? Yeah, I see. Glad to hear you say that. But still, I can't. If you really want to hear me play, then you'll have to come back another time. I'm done for the day. Alright, that's fair. Okay, it's a promise. Part-time job of the son of the head of the village to welcome visitors with music. Oh, hi! We're with you today, too.
Bro, I just finished my latest picture. Come in my house, I'll show you.
Okay. I didn't expect this to happen.
What do you think?
Oh, I love it. It's beautiful.
Like it? I didn't expect you to say that. I wonder if you can tell me what you like about it. I like the colors. Took a long time choosing the colors. I used some colors that weren't there in the real thing. I'm glad that time wasn't wasted. Well, that's good. I can tell you're a real art aficionado. After all, you're also a fan of the harvest melody. I think that art is an essential part of life, no matter who you are. It's true that you can't eat pictures of food or use a picture of tools to fix something, but I think life would have little meaning without art and music. Anyway, I don't mind if you don't agree. I'm just telling you how I feel. Thank you for the compliments. If you like the picture, then you can have it.
Really?
Don't worry about it. I want you to have it. I put my heart and soul into this for the people to appreciate. And feel free to come back anytime to look at my work. Okay. Do I actually get a picture? That'd be cool.
Oh my god, I do! Can I put that in my house? That's also kind of the other thing. We never really got into, like, changing up our house. We didn't get to, like, we didn't get to do a lot of things, I feel. And a lot of that also has to do with DLC. We'll get to that. Hold up. Where do I... How do I edit? Cloud. I know that there's like a way. Ah, here we go. Home interior. Really? We don't... Oh, that makes me sad. I thought we could put it in the house. Oh, they. Okay. So, yeah. God, I've already forgot what I was talking about because of the whole Herbsberg thing. Dang it. Either way. I'm trying to think. Okay, another thing is just like overall progression of how the game went. I went through about 60% of the game with only an upgraded watering can and hoe. And every single, item that needed to be upgraded was split between all 4 of the villages. And not even Providence, which is the sad part. Providence didn't even get anything. Which is kind of sad, actually. And, so like, when I explained it, kind of like a U shape, right? Instead of a steady incline, a U shape, and then like a U shape, and then like another U shape. Because you can, get it, but then like it dips, but then like it goes up, but then it dips, and then it goes up. You can kind of like say a V shape, really. A V shape might look a little bit better. Goes up, diagonally, down diagonally, up diagonally, down diagonally. And it kind of stays. It's not like really something. We never got the fishing rod upgraded. Like, oh my god. Upgrading was just like horrible. And now you're telling me at the end of the game, when everything is said and done, which it's fine if you want to replay the game, I guess, but that there's more stuff to upgrade? Oh, hell no. I could have used that like way sooner, dang it. We never really did make use of the, you know, of this feature, which I really love, that there is a selfie mode, but also this is just the Legend of Zelda. And this is why I compare it a lot to the Legend of Zelda. It's just, that's kind of what it's trying to be, but it doesn't do a very good job of being it. Oh, yeah. And then the very anticlimactic ending, where we had to like wait an entire week. I'm gonna assume that that's just like happenstance, and basically we just came in at the wrong time, but either way, it's still annoying. And then like, the ending was so anticlimactic, like, dude, this is why a futuristic Harvest Moon is amazing. with everything. Oh man, we should definitely do that next. Though I think that for the next couple of series, not including the ones that I'm already doing, because there's one in particular that I'm doing that's kind of like a repeat of like an old one I never did on the channel. Though I'm having second doubts on it. I still kind of want to chill out with it, I guess. Or at least try to. This didn't really go so well. Either way, enough about other things. These things. And, you know, also when it comes down to like your friends, Doc Jr. is great. I hated the original Doc. He was too goofy. He was way too goofy. I like the more down-to-earth Doc Jr. here. Nail, he is amazing. I love him. I love that little like washcloth that he has on the side of his belt. That kind of gives him like little busboy kind of like vibes. I just dig him in like his hair, the like chopsticks that are in his hair. He just screams somebody who deals with food. Judy, very, very spunky, very playboy, not playboy. Oh god, not playboy, I'm sorry. Tomboy, there we go. Very tomboy. I really love her design. Kaimani, I'm not very big on like his facial design, but I like the shark tooth. I like the little fish that's on his shirt that's holding it together, and I definitely like his tackles that are like right there on his like rope belt thing. Overall, dig his design to a degree. Aulani, god man, fantastic design. I love her hoodie. I really wish we would have been able to see it, you know, her hoodie, you know, up rather than it always being down, like maybe when it's raining or something. It would have been amazing. Little fish tackle that's on the side of her belt. Oh my god, the little fish thing that's on her hair. Fantastic. Mwah, chef's kiss. I do not like Arnold. He's very bland, but he's very official, you know, musicianato, musician type attire, and you know, that's not bad, but he's just bland and he doesn't really stand out, especially like if you put him next to Wesley and Arnold. You really wouldn't be able to tell too much of a difference, I don't think. Ella, oh my god, where do I even begin with her? I love everything about her. Her like her little patches, her little like hair accessory, like just the fact that she's very asymmetrical and yet still somewhat pleasing to the eye. I really dig her. You know, I get that she's probably not a lot of people's cup of tea. Like, my main issue with her is just like her sad looking eyes. but honestly, like, I can get past that. Nikolai he is, like, very complex. Is that a sword? Or is that just a belt? Jeez, man, it looked like a sword, like, in, like, its hilt. I like his book, I like his ponytail. His colors are very similar-esque. He looks very comfy, and he also has those little vials on his, like, side. We didn't really get the... He is apothecary. Okay, that makes sense to a degree, which is why he has a book and those vials. Okay, I'm glad that there's, like, you know, that right there. Lena doesn't really seem like a seamstress, really. But overall, I think that she is definitely the cutest out of everyone. Though, the one thing that definitely bugs me, she's wearing shorts in the coldest place on Earth. That is the only thing that really bugs me about her design. Otherwise, a lot of it is very warm tones. The tones that she's wearing, that Nikolai is wearing, he's purple. Purple is warm because of... He's kind of like a mixture of, like, warm and cool because of the blue and red that is inside purple. But Lena's just warm in general. The red hair, the pink outfit. Like, she has a bit of coolness to her, like, with the socks that are green. But overall, like, she just feels very warm in, like, the coldest place on Earth. Oddly enough, I have the most to say about her design. And I absolutely hate these two. They just don't, they're just normal, bland, for the people who I guess like bland characters, which is fine, but ultimately I just don't like either one of them. They're just way too bland. And like the Harvest Goddess, I love Ver. I think Ver is probably, yeah, Ver and Heims, I think, are like my favorite of the little people sprites, the Harvest Sprites, that's what they're called. Definitely love them. Like, overall, when it comes down to it, a lot of the character designs are pretty good, which you kind of need for like a Harvest Moon game. But the problem is that despite this is a small cast of characters. Like, even with the Harvest Goddess and the Sprites, it's such a small amount of a cast, it's not good. It's just not. Everyone else is so bland that it just kind of... It's meh. I mean, I don't want to say meh. Meh sounds, you know, a little bit too bland, too, you know, jazz. I do like Doc's, like, lab coat that is way too long for him because the lab coat probably belonged to his father and he's still kind of growing into it. Which is kind of wild to think about because Doc is probably an adult at this point. So how big is the actual Doc? Wow, okay. You know, other than that, right? Like, it's just that, like, everyone else just is not very inspiring. They're very NPC looking, so you don't really get to care about them. Not that there's a lot to really care about. I think the game is too grandiose to have, you know, every single character be important, but even then with this smaller cast, it just kind of feels that much of a, a more, it makes you feel like the world, as big as it is way too big. I don't know. That's just how I feel. That's personally how I feel. I do like the fact that there are mutations, so if you do dig the game and you want to kind of like go for every single mutation, I think that's actually a really cool little thing that they basically have. Though for me, it's not for me. I really don't know how I feel about this. Like, I think that this is kind of lame. Overall, the record, like, it doesn't tell me anything about, like, it should be telling me, like, oh yeah, your levels and whatnot, or this for your field harvesting, but it doesn't. which is kind of sad. As far as I can tell, unless there's more, no, there's absolutely nothing. And so, like, yeah, we also didn't get to do anything with the housing, which we definitely could have, but it was kind of secondary compared to everything else. And especially clothing, like, it would have been pretty cool to have, like, clothing from all the other, you know, villages, which we never got. Only Zimmergrad was the only one who offered that. Although it could just very well be that we weren't on good terms enough with everyone. But either way, I feel like that would have been like a #1 thing to kind of like get across. You know, you kind of like the person who's trying to make sure that the villages are, you know, nice and, you know, strong enough to stand on their own, being able to kind of like be a part of We've never been over there. I'm going over there. You know, kind of like becoming a part of the actual town, and by doing that, you basically get access to their clothing. You know, that would have been kind of nice way to kind of integrate us into their society, which would have been kind of nice. It wouldn't, like, you know, I'm very picky. I'm gonna say I'm very picky when it comes down to it, and I don't like the freezing. And I feel like this isn't the only game that's been doing it lately. I feel like there is another series that I am noticing a jitter to it. And I do not like the Ferret Council. How is everyone? I promise I'm not a threat. I'm going to leave. I am sorry to have bothered you. Good day. Holy Christ. I do like the animals. I kind of wish that there was you could have more animals. Maybe when you build a bigger house, but the house and everything else is way too much, like, for like the pricing that we get for selling crops and the like. Like, the game really wants you to make money in other ways, which is fine, but ultimately that's not really the main point of the game. The point is Harvest Moon. The main point of the game is to be a farmer, to harvest the crops. And this game doesn't really do that well because, well, a lot of the crops are like kind of chump change, really, compared to like everything else. You can spend an hour fishing in basically the ocean area, and every fish that's in that area is like 1,100. Meanwhile, a crop that takes several days to grow, they only cost like, you know, under 100. It's kind of wild to think about. It's not something that, you know, feels very Harvest Moony. Like, you know, kind of like if you play Friends of Mineral Town, the freaking sweet potatoes, or the yams, whatever you want to call it. Those were the money makers. Like, you waited for like, I believe it was fall or summer, one of those two. You waited for that season so you can make all your money then, so that you can basically do whatever you need to with it later. Oh, that was a good time. Like, in this game feels... It feels weird, like, in that sense, where, like, nothing seems to be a good crop, fishing seems to be very good. Going mining on the final 10 floors is also really good, which is kind of an oddity to me, I feel? I don't know. I've played a lot of the bad Harvest Moons, so I don't really have a lot to say on a lot of the matters of Harvest Moons. Like, what are the good ones? What are the bad ones? I played A Wonderful Life on PS2. As much as I love that game, the PS2 one just sucks. I played a futuristic Harvest Moon, probably the best one I've played. I played this one. I mean, I played Friends of Mineral Town, and that is by far the best one. I love it. Love it. But other than that, like, nothing else really stands out, I'm pretty sure. I mean, I played Olive Town, I think. I don't remember. For the PSP? I don't really remember that one very well, which I think that says something. I think that says a lot. Other than that, let's see. What else? I mean, I'm sure, like, I could go on, and this is really dragging on. And I'm sorry, typically the credits kind of like, you know, and I'm being super critical with this one because I have spent quite a bit in this game. Probably not as much as like A Wonderful Life. I think that was like 56 episodes. I don't think this is anywhere near that. If it is, it's like 10 episodes under, most likely. Oh god, how long is this? Either way, overall, like, I was prepared before the final, you know, whole thing to give it a 5 out of 10. I can't even do that now. It has to be like a 4 out of 10, maybe a 4.5 if I'm feeling generous, but I'm not feeling very generous with this game. There's a lot of things wrong with this game that I don't like. And it could just be me being, like how I said a couple of episodes earlier, being, you know, spoiled with other games that are kind of like it and whatnot. And, you know, like I said earlier in this video, I don't think it's fair to this game that I'm comparing it to, like, something like Breath of the Wild. But it feels very Breath of the Wild inspired. And I think that's kind of where it falls flat. Either way, that's gonna be it for this adventure, guys. Thank you all so very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the series. And I will see you all in another adventure. Bye-bye. Goodbye. Bye-bye.